Snow White was a kind and gentle princess with skin as fair as snow, lips as red as a rose and hair as black as ebony. She lived in a grand castle with her stepmother, the queen. Everyone loved her for her kindness, but the queen grew jealous of her beauty. The queen had a magical mirror. Every day, she asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror always said, "You, my queen." But one day, it answered, "Snow White is the fairest of them all." The queen was furious. The queen ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and never let her return. But the huntsman felt sorry for the innocent princess and let her go free. Snow White ran deep into the forest, frightened and alone. Snow White discovered a small, cozy cottage in the woods. Inside, everything was tiny. Tiny chairs, tiny beds, tiny cups. She was tired and fell asleep on one of the little beds. The cottage belonged to 7 dwarfs who worked in the mines. When they came home, they were surprised to see Snow White sleeping. But soon, they welcomed her with open arms. She became their dear friend and lived happily with them. The queen found out Snow White was alive. Angry, she disguised herself as an old woman and prepared a poisoned apple. She went to the dwarf's cottage and offered it to Snow White. Snow White, not knowing the danger, took a bite of the shiny red apple. At once, she fell to the ground in a deep sleep. The dwarfs returned and found her still and silent. They cried and placed her gently in a glass coffin. One day, a prince passed by and saw Snow White lying in the coffin. He was struck by her beauty and love for her kind heart. He kissed her, and suddenly Snow White woke up. Snow White and the prince returned to the castle together. The wicked queen was never seen again. And Snow White lived happily ever after, surrounded by love and joy.